Hi guys, it's April and I am early today, but the goal today is to actually completely finish this picture. And I figured if I wanted to do that, I needed to start a little bit earlier than normal. So that is why you get to hear my voice that much earlier in the day. Now I'm just gonna go and share this out on Twitter so that everybody knows this is happening. There we go. I'll bring the chat up. Ta-da! Okay, I think we are ready to go. So this is our very last page in the magical guinea pig coloring calendar. This has been a project. I mean, starting from January and doing one of these a month, I have never been that dedicated to a coloring item ever. So I'm kind of excited about getting this one. This will be the first coloring book that I've actually completely finished. Hi, Robin! And I am going to attempt to use these new Stadlers that I found. I was originally going to use this in the hummingbird picture I was telling you about, but I haven't quite gotten myself to color that page yet, so I figured today would be a good day to try and test these out. I've never before seen these, so this will be an adventure. One thing I will note about these is there is no coloring naming system, so we're going in blind, and I can't really tell you what colors I'm using because I don't actually know, but that's okay. So let's just get started. I think I'm going to start simple and color green things. I think that's going to be a good place to start because I'm seeing some greens that I think will, there's no easy way to set those up, that I think will work. Get my mid-tone and then my lights. So these are just a water-based marker. So we're not gonna have quite the same blend that we would with the Copics. But I figured I'd try it out. I'm going to get a sheet of paper real quick so that I can test these colors out. I don't really have a lot of room left on my table. Trying to do that without bumping the camera. Okay, my very choppy piece of paper. That's fine. Okay, so the brush tip end is always this special marked end right there. Please ignore my not so nice nails. And then that's what the brush looks like. It's a very stiff brush, but we can work with it. We got this. I'm gonna see if these colors even go together. Okay. I think mostly that should work. We can make that work. Get a nice little color variant. We're gonna probably be mostly in this mid-tone area. Yeah, Elizabeth, yes, I am here. Didn't know for sure if I was gonna be available on Sunday to do this, but I'm here. So that's exciting. Okay, so I think how I want to start this is probably get some of the light green. I'm going to do this a little differently than I normally do, simply because of the nature of these markers. Be a little down here too. And come in with the dark green. Yes, and if I miss anybody coming in as I'm deeply engrossed in coloring this, I apologize. But I have no idea if this is going to work the way I want it to. So we're just going with it. Hi, Kim. Okay. So this looks a right mess right now, but we are going to get this work. I promise. Could be a little bit of an adventure getting this to do exactly what I want it to do. And there might, yep, be some eating of the paper. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, that's exciting, Kim. Yeah, right after this, we are going to attempt to head to my parents' place and eat all of their food, because that is what good children do. Eat their parents' food. Let's see. So yes, I may be overworking the paper right now, but you know what? I'm liking the effect I'm getting. So I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm sure someone somewhere is screaming at me about how poorly I am treating this paper and how poorly I am treating these utensils. But you know what? This is just what I do. Oh goodness, that is a long road trip. But yes, heated seats are the best thing ever invented. There's even heated seats in the back seats of cars now, which is insane. Get some in there. go. Huh. I like how that's turning out. Like I said, I am maybe overworking the paper a little bit, but that's okay. I like it too. Whew. Sorry. Trying to find a good place to put this pack of markers because I keep elbowing it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to elbow it off the desk. Let's see. Probably just going to follow the same pattern up on these. Not do anything too complicated. I'm a little paranoid about coloring in the Christmas tree. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll make it work. Oops, didn't want to do that. Well, gosh dang it. I got too exuberant. Smeared the green too much. Oh, sweetie, I am already on the dark side of my TBR because I have maybe 200 books on my stack that I need to read. I mean, of course, you can always lead me further into the dark side, but trust me, I'm already where the cookies are at. I have been eating the cookies for years. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can white. Oh, come on. What are you doing, Sharpie? You're just like clear, wet grossness. Not cool. Ooh, that's exciting, Robin and Elizabeth. I can't wait to see. I have to keep my eyes open. Maybe the Posca will work better. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Maybe. Why does none of the whites want to work for me today? It's like, nope. I'm done. I'm taking a nap. It's too early in the morning. I'm not up for this. No, but really, what are you doing?
Are they cold?
Oh, it's slowly. We're just gonna, stand here and sing a song about Posca pens not working for April. Yeah. That was weak. But it happened. That is intense, Robin. There we go. Posca to the rescue. Put down starter layer of white and then maybe come back later and clean it up a little bit. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. Been watching maybe a little bit too much Bob Ross, but you know. That is so true, Robin. It's hit or miss with some of the white pens in general. Because as you saw, that Sharpie white was horrendous. All it did was make the page wet, which is not really what that pen's supposed to do. Some of them might be a little bit expired. Can white pens expire? Probably. Should I use white more? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. Just being realistic. But yeah, no, I'm really super excited, Robin, to see what you got coming. I've got a couple videos that are scheduled to be released, and there's several more that I want to film. You know, all the typical year-end stuff that I'm trying to get out. Maybe I'll get all of it filmed. I do want to do, after I'm done filming this, I want to do my favorite coloring book and coloring books and coloring book pages of the year. I think I'm gonna attempt to. Come on, you can blend out. You got this. You got this, boo. You've got it. Don't mind me as I just talk to the page. Sometimes you just have to make it feel loved. And I am so eating the page. Hopefully I don't eat completely through the paper. I'll sit there and let it dry and then smear off the excess paper bits. Learned my lesson. What are friends for, Robin? What are friends for? No, I've always had a goal in my head that I would cut down on the books that I own that I haven't read. I do it every year. And every year I'm like really super optimistic because I read about 200 pages. I read a little bit more than 200 pages a year. I read about 200 books a year. And so completely killing my TBR isn't that unrealistic. But then I get distracted because shiny things are fun. And then that TBR doesn't shrink. It kind of stays the same. So each year I go into the new year thinking, this is the year. This is the year in which I finally reach the point where I'm not stressing about the fact that I have too many things that are sitting on my shelf for years and years and years. Maybe. I mean, I would love to be at a point where I can pick up a new book and not turn around and see 20 unread books on my shelf. Maybe that's unrealistic for my life, but that would be cool to achieve. I mean, it's nice to have goals, even if you don't always achieve your goals. Something to aim for, I guess, you know. Yeah, I giggle at myself. I mean, I do need to do a sort of my bookshelves and a reorganization in that. Because, you know, you pick up books with the full intention of reading them, of course. And then sometime you grow out of whatever style of book that you were thinking you were going to read. I mean, not necessarily grow out. You just get interested in other types of books. And so that one just doesn't tickle your fancy quite as much as it did anymore. And so I probably could weed some of those out of my TBR. But that would involve having the time to do that. Which, my last day of work this year was on Friday. So theoretically, I might be able to organize my bookshelves this coming week. I might record it and put it up on my channel if you guys are interested in that kind of thing. I might also do some like Instagram stories as I'm slowly going insane from organizing all of my books. That could be fun. Maybe I could set it up in a way in which you guys like help me organize my bookshelves. Like if I should do it by author, or if I should do it by genre, or if I should do it by just things I like and how my brain works. Or if I'm iffy about a book, I can ask you guys, should I keep it? Should I not keep it? That could be fun. Make it like an interactive experience. The more I'm talking about it, the more excited I'm getting about doing something like that. That might like happen Wednesday, Thursday, maybe, possibly Friday, Saturday. I'm just gonna keep on adding days. I'll let you guys know when I'm actually in the middle of doing something like that. Well, it's not like I'm gonna be at a bookstore, so you can't like necessarily add any right away. You might add to my to buy list, that's for sure, which might be dangerous given that Christmas might involve some gift cards to Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all of those great places. But see, if you help me organize, there will be room for more of those books. So you can enable me even more. Yeah, because I'm not even, it was bad. I've been trying to film these year-end videos, and I know I own some of these books, but I spend like 10 minutes trying to find one book. So I have a bit of a problem that I need to fix. And sometimes I completely change up my list because I'm tired of looking for a book, which might not be the right response to not being able to find something, but it's a thing. I also need to keep better track of what books I loan out, because sometimes the reason I can't find a book is because it's currently being read by somebody else. Bring some darker green back in there. Look at that. I am liking that. Let's stick to the green finger. There we go. Get all the little fuzzies off. Should get a paintbrush or something. To be careful because like my fingers. Shalene! Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever, Shalene. I got super excited, and I'm sorry if I just screamed in the microphone. Well, and I would have to like divide my bookshelves into quadrants and maybe mark where each of those books are. That could be kind of fun. Might be able to use Goodreads that way too, and maybe make shelves and put those books on the right shelves on my Goodreads shelves and match that way. Because Goodreads is pretty much the thing that keeps me organized beyond belief. That's why I know how many books I haven't read, because Yes, and it keeps me from not duplicating my purchases. But the problem is, it's like, I know I own this book. I want to read this book. Why can't I find this book? I don't want to buy this book again because I know I own this book. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing with Goodreads, Kim. I mean, I have it broken down into like retellings and fairy tales and cookbooks and graphic novels and some of those kind of genres. But maybe I could use that. Maybe number my bookshelves. Or name my bookshelves. It could be like really obnoxious names too. Like, this bookshelf is named Excalibur. Why? I don't know. It sounded cool. Just take random literary references and name my bookshelves. Okay, now for the tree. How am I going to do this tree? Hi, Nick and Tina. Let's see. These are Stadlers. Just, oops. Water-based Stadlers. I found some brush tips on Amazon the other day, and I'm like, what are these? I need these in my life. And this is just me totally trying this out. Okay, so we're just gonna do this in the messiest way possible. And just completely destroy what is going on. I don't know if this is gonna turn out, but we're just going to kind of run with it. One small section of this tree at a time. I'll bring some of the dark. Like, I thought I turned notifications off my phone. What is vibrating? Apparently my phone wanted to give me a weekly report. It is interesting, the new iPhone feature where it tells you how many times a day you're looking at your phone screen. And what apps you're hanging out in. It's kind of a little depressing, but interesting all at the same time. Oh yeah, adding books by the barcode has been like the most life-changing thing that has ever existed. I don't think I'd have nearly the amount of knowledge of my bookshelf if it wasn't for barcode scanners. I remember when Goodreads first came out. I believe it was like 2006-ish. And I stumbled across the site. And at the same time, there was also another site called Shelfari, I believe that's what it was called, which I enjoyed the interface of that one way more, but the features in Goodreads just held up a little bit better. But that was before they had an app and you could scan your books. I mean, even with Goodreads now, you don't even have to scan the barcode. You could just take a picture of the cover of your book and it automatically finds it in the database. Because I know in some books, especially the mass market paperbacks, there's actually 2 UPCs. You've got one on the back and you've got one on the inside front cover. Why do they do that? I mean, I don't understand that at all. Hi, Kimberly. Yeah, no, the barcode scanner is the best thing ever. Ooh, is Michelle coming? I'm missing all of these people come in. Hi, Michelle. I'm getting too distracted. Sitting here coloring and yakking away, completely missing people coming in. I'm failing as a host. Let's see, I might have waited too long and let that dry too much. So I might have to go over it a few more times. But see, but I mean, but the barcode is on the same piece of paper as the cover. So it's like the inside of the cover has a barcode and the outside of the cover has a barcode. And it's one of those things that I've only ever noticed on certain mass market paperbacks. Kind of getting a little bit of that like watercolor effect. That's kind of fun. I mean, I might come back and try to blend out some of this a little bit more, but oh, thank you, Shalene. I'm kind of making this up as I go. I am enjoying these markers so far. I'm gonna do these darks first. Make sure that I remain on screen. I'm trying not to accidentally color in the ornaments on the tree. And it's interesting how the colors change as you layer them. Because I was afraid the one green was going to be have too much blue in it to really blend with these other two. But I think it's working out pretty good. Hi, Shay. Yeah, I decided to start a little bit early so that I could actually finish this full page on stream today. It's kind of like a little early Christmas present. I agree, Robin. I'm liking these. And the thing about Staedtlers is they're not that expensive, which is great. Which is why I'm like not being too careful. I'm I'm shredding this paper, guys. You might not be able to see it, but I am shredding this paper. Hold on a second. So, might have gotten a little too much light too far up, but nah, I'm just gonna go with it. Oh goodness, this is gonna be a large section. It's not quite what I wanted to do quite yet, but we're gonna work with it. See, like on this first pass, it's like this greeny blue, but I think as the colors start to come together, they really start to like feed off of each other. Because these are advertised as watercolor, not necessarily water-based, but watercolor. But I was giggling as I was reading the box to my husband because there's so much room on this packaging. But since everything is in 10 different languages, the packaging really doesn't say that much. Holy cow, that is a ton of arcs. I had thought about doing NetGalley at one point, but I am such a mood reader. I was afraid that I'd never actually get any of the arcs read because I just wasn't in the mood for them. But I'm always impressed with reviewers who can get a steady stream of reviews out. Once upon a time, I'm like, I'm gonna do that. But the further along I get, I'm like, sometimes I don't know. Like I said, I am easily distracted by shiny objects. So I'm sure authors and publishers would get really, really, really grumpy with me because I wasn't necessarily doing things. Oh man, really, finger? Really? Really? Ugh. See, I colored the wrong side of the tree first. We will fix that. Have no fear. We will fix that. And I will learn to color without smearing it with my hands. Oh my goodness. That's the only thing bad right now is like because I'm so oversaturating this paper. It's taking a little bit to dry. And then I do ridiculous things like that. And I'm a little mad at myself right now. See if I can blend around some of these lines. If I could fire myself, I would fire myself. I believe it. I believe it. Access to the possibility of all those books. Okay, I'm going to come back with the light one. Let me see if I can bounce some of those colors out. I mean, I don't want to overwork it. Okay, I'll let that dry. We'll see how it turns out. If I have to do some doctoring, I'll do some doctoring. Oh. Okay, I gotta clean the tips of my brushes real quick. Just kind of like slide it all over the paper and just get those little scuzzies off. Oh my gosh, I feel like I should just keep the Posca out. Okay, where did I put it? Was it this one? No, that wasn't the Posca I used. Was it? I don't know. It'll work, right? I feel like I just smeared the green even more. I'm gonna do a light tapping motion. I think today's stream will be what not to do. That is your Christmas present for the end of the year. How not to color on a coloring page. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just kind of let that dry a little bit. There's just a little bit of a green ghosting over there. We might be able to fix that later. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody panic. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to be very, very careful about how I do this page, because look at the side of my hand. It's turning green. So I'm gonna have to try not to just, you guys understand. You've got me. Okay, let's see. We've got some reds. Only got 2 good working reds in here. I mean, I think that it's like a red brown. I don't think that'll work for it. No, we're not touching that one. Nope. So we're just gonna work with this. We got that red, and I think this is just a lighter red. It doesn't quite give me a dark that I want though. We'll work with it. But it's Christmas. You have to have a Grinch on Christmas. Yeah, that's a good idea, and I could just like set it over the tree. Hey, husband of mine, which I love so much.
Yes, dear.
Can you pull a piece of paper out of the printer, please?
Yes, dear.
Maybe just kind of like gently just put it on the tree. Maybe just protect it a little bit so I don't, because I just want to color a few things red. So we could do his hat. Is there anything specific? I'll keep the red out because I think this is going to be one of those pages where I slide back and forth on what I want to color each color. Did you just pull the whole tray out of the printer? I love you.
To tell the internet how stupid I am.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. We're just gonna protect that a little bit. See, looky, I got green coming through. Oh, that's lovely. I am. The dogs are going to visit the grandparents. Okay, it's gonna be hard to remember which one's the lighter red. You're going to go and destroy my parents' house because that is what they are good at. And what is Christmas without complete and utter chaos? Sometimes you gotta let them do what they're gonna do. Just giggle to yourself. Like I'm trying to. Oh yes, all of the babies got all kinds. Well, except for the guinea pigs. The guinea pigs, I mean, they just got more hay and whatnot and more vegetables. But the boys have all kinds of new shirts and sweaters and whatnot. And then they are also going to get raw chicken for dinner on Christmas Eve. Because they're spoiled little brats and we love them to death. So that's going to be an adventure. I have to cut that up at some point because right now it's in big chunks. Oh my goodness. But yeah, other than that, everybody got a lot of new toys. Oh, we got the guinea pig some sushi shaped chew toys because I can't say no. And then the boys have all kinds of new chewies. They have a Pusheen line out at Petco. So the girls got all kinds of new Pusheen merch. Because I have no self-control. I agree, Shay. I think they would get along pretty well. I'm thinking of coloring. Should I color the Santa bag red or should I color it brown? I don't know. I'm conflicted. Oh, that's what I could color green is the holly leaves. Forgot about those. Oh, these reds are so similar. Grr. I think we have a unanimous vote of coloring the sack red. See, this is why I like you guys. You tell me exactly what I need to do. And sometimes I just need people to boss me around. Don't tell anybody I said that. But I do. Otherwise I'll sit here and overthink that decision. Like a lot. There's an idea. Yeah, because I just realized that there was a bow at the end of the bag. Maybe we'll keep the color scheme of this picture, the traditional Christmas colors. Do green and red. Maybe just throw in some black because his shoes need to be black. Oh, goodness. Oh, this picture just makes me giggle endlessly. Might have to, I don't know if I'll be able to do a gold because I'm looking at those stars and I think yellow would be too much, but maybe there are like 4 different yellows in this pack. I think we might be able to achieve a gold. Dun, 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 dun. You know, if you wait until the sun, I mean, more power to you. I don't even have the willpower because as soon as I see Amazon box, I'm like out the door. And sometimes I don't even bundle up and then I freeze myself. Just grab the nearest pair of shoes and fly out the door. That's usually how I go. I mean, sometimes there are times where it's like the dogs really need to go out. I don't even put a jacket on. I regret my decisions later, of course. Okay. Can probably do the sock in random red and green patterns. Hi, Charlotte. Yeah, that's how our mailbox is too, Shay. Is it's all the way up the hill, which is why I'm really mean and I send my husband. He's more warm-blooded than I am, right? So I just just kick him out the door. See, look at all that ink that just came off on that paper. Okay. Do I have anything right away that I want to color? I think I'm going to be all over the place with this picture. So I apologize. Because my brain is just, yeah. I don't even have words for what my brain is right now. Hopped up on mellow yellow. That's basically what my brain is right now. Okay, I think just gonna make random sound effects. I'm just gonna keep opening the wrong side of the marker. It's fine. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna keep it traditional. We're gonna make it a red and green Christmas. It's a subtle gradient, but it's there. And that's all that matters. And I think I'll just fill that whole thing in with black. Might go over a second time to make it a little bit blacker. Give it a little bit darker at the top. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do a red-green pattern over here. And then I'm gonna come in with red and green and color in all these presents. Probably these bulbs too. Maybe throw a little bit. Oh no, what we should do before we do that is figure out how to achieve a nice gold look. Ah, pencil sharpener down. I don't even know where to put this at. Is there a dog right there?
No.
Okay. There's a pencil sharpener now. I'm just chucking things across the room. It's fine.
Too cold for Gillian. I have Al.
Okay. So inside this pack of markers, I think yellow is the most prolific color, which is odd. Not a huge fan of yellow, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You got, this was not the sheet of paper I was supposed to be coloring on. That's my life. Here we go. So we got that yellow, which is traditional yellow. We got this slightly goldenrodish yellow. Then we got that dark yellow, which we're going to have to be careful with if we use it. And I don't know, that is, the tip looks really kind of gross, but, I think we're going to use that muted yellow. I don't need. And then that goldenrod yellow, and then that brown yellow. I think we could get a nice, almost gold looking. I don't know. We're gonna try this. It's going to be an adventure, and I'm going to once again cover this Christmas tree so I don't make a complete mess of my life. I'm gonna lightly color in this star. I'm gonna bring in more of that goldenrod and a touch of the dark, not too much. Bring back the goldenrod and end it with that muted. I think it kind of works. Maybe I can do 2 stars at once, otherwise this is gonna take forever and a half. That goldenrod in there. I really should go and just number all of these markers. I think I'm just gonna go back with the muted. No, I need to add a little bit more of that golden. Otherwise it's gonna look too muddied. Gotta keep some of the spark, right? Ugh. See, the problem is I'm getting a little bit of the green in these stars as well. which is, I mean, not horrible, but it's definitely not what I originally intended. I'm gonna go back and layer some of these a little bit more. I'm gonna try not to overwork them, but I have a tendency to do just that. I don't think that's bad. Let's see what it looks like on some of the bigger stars. So it's almost like a lime yellow. Yes, blending markers is one of my favorite things to do. This is kind of what I live for. Bring a little bit of that down. A little bit of that up. Some kind of like that. Ah, I like it. I probably should not have colored that star first, but that happened. Is this the right color? No, it is not. That could have been disastrous. It's like, am I still on stream? I forget to look up every once in a while. Because I'm really good at eating the paper with these, which I know would annoy some people, but I just kind of roll with it. Okay, let's see if we can cover it a little bit like that. Okay. Fix the tip a little bit. Got some paper stuck to it. I think I'm gonna color the little thingies gold too. See, and this is the point where I kind of wish I had a yellow Posca. And I think I just used the wrong color to do that, didn't I? It's okay. It all works out in the end. There we go. Well, I'm glad your trip was successful and we didn't lose you halfway to the mailbox. Maybe I'll weave a little bit of this attempt at gold into some of the ornaments as well. You know, sometimes It's fun just limiting yourself and seeing what you can accomplish with a small set of utensils. Come back with that dark again. Look at that. Ah, it's just so adorable. I like it. Oh, yay, a happy mail. The dangers of having the internet and a credit card. We maybe had a little too much fun buying Christmas presents this year. And then random things for the nakeds. It's always my excuse. Well, it's not for me. It's for other people. So it's fine, right? These might get lost in the Christmas tree. Because like I said, the green's kind of just blending in. There's not much we can do about it at this point. I still like it. It's fine. Oh, don't worry about it, hun. I didn't really expect anything because, you know, just the fact that you guys show up to my streams is like the best Christmas present ever. I know that sounds super cheesy. Sorry, drink break. But I started these streams out in January, and I maybe had 4 people, if that. And then you guys slowly grew in numbers, and it just, I love talking with you guys. Okay, you can probably, I think I'm gonna do some more of the greens and reds. Let's do that. I'm gonna color all the things that I'm gonna color red, and then I'll come back, fill in the spaces with green, and it'll be good. Maybe throw in some of the gold and some black in there as well. Okay, I actually want the other side of the marker. Hi, Janet. Well, I'm glad you found your way over here, Charlotte. Because like I said, it makes me so excited to see you guys and to be talking with you guys. You guys are sometimes my sanity check for the week. Or my insanity check for the week. Depending on, you know, how we go. Sometimes sanity is overrated. Coloring around these little dots. Oh My goodness. I think I'm going to color the stones of the fireplace-esque thing in the background gray stones. And just keep this color palette simple with the reds, the greens, the golds, and the grays. It's totally possible that you found them both at the same time. Because I know for a while there, I was, and this is something that I want to come back to, I was more involved in chatting in other people's streams. And just because of time and everything else, I haven't been able to watch as many streams live as I'd wanted to. So maybe I can get back into the swing of things next year. I can make that a goal. Open that up a little bit more. How do I want to do this? I think I want to make the bows red. So that way we get some separation from the very green tree. It's like I feel like I'm not very centered. I'm all over the place, guys. Other goals. I haven't fully thought everything through. I know this year I had a goal of going to one book event, and that didn't really manifest itself. I do want to try next year. I'm going to keep on trying until I actually achieve that goal. Because, I mean, it would be nice to meet some of you guys in person. So I'm going to try to be social in real life, which is a little hard for me, but you know, we all grow, right? Maybe, I don't know. Of course, there's always setting my book count goal. Because I think this year I set it like 52. Because I wasn't sure how the whole getting married thing and everything else would affect my life. But I think at this point I'm at like 172 books read. So realistically, I could probably up that. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to make it too stressful on myself. Maybe like 130, something like that. With maybe a stretch goal of 200. I don't know. And there's always me wanting to be active in the community, because there's a large habit, at least for myself, of becoming very passive and just kind of putting videos out, but not necessarily interacting back. There are times where I get into this hermit mode. So I think I'm going to make it a priority again to remain talkative on random social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. Oh yeah, of course, Shalene. I'll do that as soon as I'm done here. I can remove you from the schedule there. trying to give it a little bit of a shading effect. These reds are so close in color. It's hard. These are the Staedtler Mars Graphic Duo. I mean, they advertise them. Oops, I'm just gonna, hold on, making a mess. I mean, they advertise them as double-ended watercolor brush markers for illustrations, detail work, manga, and expressive lettering. I am enjoying them immensely. They're one of those things that have been in my Amazon cart for quite a while, and then I finally just broke down. I'm like, I need to try these. They're not too expensive. There's 36 colors. Why not? And so far, I'm liking them. The only major gripe I have is the fact that they are not labeled in any way. So if I wanted to make a color chart, I would have to label them myself. But I mean, none of my Staedtlers ever have. Well, I think the only Staedtlers which they discontinued, I know I have them somewhere, but they were a brush tip as well, and they had numbers on them. Ah, here's one. So these are the forefathers of these, right? And so these used to have names and numbers. And then, so this was blue 3, and then you have a 3 up here. But now these new ones, the bodies are totally different. They're shorter, so they probably have less ink in them. But I will use them because brush tip, and yeah, they're definitely a different brush tip too. But sadly, they have since discontinued this line, and I absolutely love this line so much. But, let's see if I can find. But Zig has brushes like the old style Staedtlers, which I'm super excited about. And of course, they got names too. So I want to get all of these at some point. Slowly. The only place I have found them is at my local art store. So that was just a trip down. Yeah, because see, here's another one of the old style Staedtlers. And of course, this one's too, and it's red. So I really, really like it when markers are labeled, even if it's like a simple label. But I don't know. Well, and I think the reason they discontinued and then made this new line is so that it matches, it's better matched to this style of Staedtler. So as you can tell, they more resemble each other. This is just this one doesn't have a brush tip. So it's just a large bullet and a small bullet. And so I think that's why they discontinued the other brush tip line. And then they started this one. But I haven't been able to find this on the Staedtler website. So I don't know how long these are gonna last either. I'm a little bit paranoid about that. But I'm trying not to be paranoid and buy a whole bunch that I don't need just to stock up, because A, I don't have the storage space for that, and B, if I don't use them quick enough, I'm afraid they're gonna like dry out. But I'm hoping this becomes a permanent line because I really, really like them. Which set do you have? The other bullet tip Stadlers? Assuming that's what you're talking about. Or the Zigs. The old set. Okay, yes. Yeah, because I have a full set of those as well. I like them. They're just a nice water base set, and they're not too terribly expensive. I always like to compare Stadler with Crayola. They seem to be on the same level in my brain. It's just the German version of Crayola. Like I said, I love brush tip, so as soon as I see brush tip, I need to try it. So I think the Christmas tree, maybe we'll make the ornaments red and gold. I don't think we can necessarily make them red and green because we'll lose the green in the tree itself. Might try that. So I don't want to overwhelm this picture with green. Yeah, no, I have a set of the Crayola brush tips. Are you talking about, let's see if I can find one. My it's just a mess. My storage unit. These Crayola brush tips, I haven't yet. I mean, I've used a few of them and I have liked them. But I do want to try them out. Like, just do like a full picture of just the Crayola at some point. Maybe, possibly, just so I can get a feel for them. But yeah, I agree with the signature brush tips. I have those somewhere too. And the biggest thing I have against those ones are the fact that the tips are two different colors. And so you don't have all of the colors in the brush. Some of them are bullet, some of them are not. It's like, I know I have some somewhere. Like I said, I take all of my water-based markers and I shove them all together. So I have Stadlers touching Crayolas, touching Tombos, touching who knows what else. So sometimes finding things is a bit of a game. And I am not seeing anything right now, so I'm just gonna keep on coloring. Hey, at least you read though. I mean, I think that is the biggest accomplishment ever, because I've met so many people who haven't read anything or don't read anything. So don't count yourself out. Let's see, I think this has been a slow month for me, guys, which is why I didn't do a mid-month wrap-up. I think I've only read 6 books so far this month. I'm hoping to come back pretty solid in reading next year. Just kind of refinding my feet this year. Which you have to do every once in a while. Whew, excuse me, that was a burp. What's up, Nick and Tina? Blue and silver would look nice, but I don't have blue anywhere else in this picture. And I don't know if I want to introduce another color that I don't pull all the way through. So that's why I was thinking maybe I do red and gold. Because I do love blue. It is one of my favorite colors. You can just ask my hubby.
It's true.
That's our Christmas tree upstairs is a combination of pink and blue and teals. It's great. I love it. I have a few traditional Christmas trees. I'm sitting here staring at them right now. I have 4 traditional Christmas trees. I have 2 obnoxious pink and blue Christmas trees. And then I have my book Christmas tree. Because, you know, you can't just have one Christmas tree. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to add brown in there, though, aren't I? Because, I mean, the stump of that Christmas tree. I don't want to add brown. Maybe I can make it like a reddish brown so it doesn't drive me so insane. I don't know. We're going to ignore that for now. I mean, I guess I could color the guinea pigs brown so that that stump of a tree isn't just like the only brown thing. And then I can color its clock brown and it'll add brown all the way through. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting distracted. I'm easily distracted. Oh, my brain. My poor brain. Oh, goodness. We have already been here an hour and a half. You guys are kind of amazing. Oh, that's true. I can color the mantle brown, too. See, this is why I keep you guys. Let me color in some green. Well, the only reason I have so many Christmas trees is I do a Santa photo shoot every year. And so the trees get used as a backdrop for that shoot. And then afterwards I kind of just use them as decorations in my house. Because it's one of those things where it's like, I can't just set it up for a week and then not use it. That's silly. So yes, 7 Christmas trees. Oh, bye, Kimberly. I'm glad you could stop in and hang out with us for a little bit. I suppose I could, but I've kind of gone a little far with the red already. Next time, when we color this picture again, because I believe this is in the coloring book she just released that is on my shelf behind me, we will totally color this picture again with blue, like a silver and blue theme rather than a red and green theme. That could be fun. It's just looking so cute. I love it. Sometimes I have to get excited about things. Wondering if we do the little presents green and then we can do the big presents gold. Nah, I'm going for it. Just mixing it up. And I am not protecting the pages from my hands right now. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. There's some serious puppy snoring coming from that corner over there.
Mm-hmm.
He almost didn't let me get up from the couch to come down here to stream this morning. I'm like, dog, I need to stand up. Let me stand up. I love puppy snores. There's just something hilarious about them. Da-da-da. Forgot what I was doing there a second. Got distracted. Oops. Sorry, I'm hitting the cord with my marker. Kind of like that. love how everybody's talking about books right now. Makes me so happy to see. I have some of the Vladimir books on my bookshelf. I don't have enough of the series to actually start it yet, at least not in my opinion, because I've just been picking them up like willy-nilly as I see them on shelves at like library book sales and things. So I'm hoping at some point to have enough of the set to actually start that series. I'm gonna come back here real quick, see if I can tame some of the green that's going crazy in the Posca right now. I don't know if that made it better or worse. We're gonna pretend like it made it better. Okay. Get my gold out again. Hi, Melody. Why would you not want to talk about books on streams? I am never going to stop book talk. So talk away. And honestly, I don't really care what you guys talk about in chat, as long as you're kind and nice to one another. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. Talk about life. Talk about books. Talk about coloring. You have free reign. Kind of experimenting. And bring some more of that goldenrod back in. Feel like it gets a little bit muted. Ooh, that's so exciting. Hi, Lynn. Whoop. Oh, I am dangerous right now. If the camera just suddenly just goes all off kilter and you're looking at my ceiling instead of my picture, it's because I've gotten too enthusiastic with the markers and I've just knocked the whole thing over. Let me bring that over a little bit. Oh, thank you, Melody. This is actually the, let's see if I can show it. Oh my gosh. It is the Magical Guinea Pig Coloring Calendar. which is for 2018, but, lots of butts. I like butts. I believe it is also, she just put out a new coloring book, and I believe the picture is also in here as well, if I remember correctly. Maybe. Now we're gonna slowly flip through, because she put all of her coloring calendar pictures in here as well. That was the worst flip search ever, as I just throw it at you guys. Hold on, give me a second. See if I can do this off stream so I can find it. Would be near to the back of the book, right? There's one of them. Watch as I now completely lied, and that'll be the one picture that isn't in this coloring book. Oh my gosh. It's gotta be in here, right? Because I mean, a lot of the other ones are. Oh goodness. Well, I thought it was in here. Because I mean, there's the one we colored in October. And there's the fall one we colored. And that one was the April. Fudge nuggets. Well, I thought it was in here. How very odd. Like, I'm finding all of the other coloring pages. Well, I don't know. I'll probably find it in there after I turn off the stream. But yes. And then, yeah. The one time I was sure about myself. Oh, bye, Charlotte. Thank you for stopping in. You have a happy holidays, too. Dun, 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 dun. I have been wondering, do we have streams that are planning to do New Year's Eve streams, like going until midnight in the new year? Do we have any of those going on this year? Because I want to say there was some last year, but like I said, I've lost track of everything. So I was wondering if there was anybody who was going to stream the whole night, or if there were several people who were going to stream. You are a machine, Robin. A machine. Okay, see, I thought there was a New Year's thing that usually goes on. Okay. Because, see, I figured there were probably going to be somebody somewhere who was doing something, so. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for New Year's yet. Might be stalking some of those streams. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Well, then I'm definitely going to stalk you as well. Because that needs to happen. You're welcome. I didn't make that creepy at all. It sounded creepy to me. I apologize. Would you like to be a moderator, Robin? Hold on. Let me make you a moderator. You are now a moderator. Congratulations. It's so much fun to have that power to just like click, change. Oh, okay. Oh, I was gonna do these little dots over here. And some of the bring some of the gold over to this side. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Kind of like that. Also, I was gonna be weird. There are such things as yellow carrots. Nobody panic. Just kind of going with it. Don't want to add too much of the brown because then it'll look like the carrot's going bad. And ew, you don't want that. Ugh. Muddied. Oh my goodness, that was my stomach.
I heard that from here.
It's just like, hey, remember me? Ha 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 ha.
Getting ready for the prime rib.
Whew. I'm always up for all food. All of it. Okay, I think I'm gonna start with the ornaments and then we'll bring in some of the brown and see how things go from there. Because I mean, I don't know if there's a light enough gray to just give some of these white spots just like a hint of color to them. What I am gonna do though is be like blah, 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 blah. Sound effects always help. Okay. And we're gonna come in with the red. I have a couple more books that I want to finish before the year is out. So maybe I'll be doing like a marathon reading session on New Year's Eve. Be like, I must beat the clock. The clock will not win. Mostly it's because I promised my brother I'd read this book, and then I completely forgot about it. And so might be binge reading that one. It's called Leviathan Wakes. It's the book that the sci-fi show The Expanse is based off of. It's a nice honker of a book. So it's gonna be fun to get through that one. that is a word I could use for it. Yes, I'm coloring these trees red. These are the new Stadler Mars Graphic Duo. And they came in this beautiful pack of 36. And I randomly found them on Amazon one day. And I'm like, these exist? These are a thing? And so I'm just kind of getting a feel for them. Okay. Here's where things get a little bit tricky. It's like, which color do I want to color what? Something kind of like that. Maybe. I don't know. Ooh. Someday I'm going to learn how to color in the lines. I'll color this one opposite. Switch it up a little bit. Okay, that was the right color. I'm like, ah! Almost had a panic moment there, guys. But it was just really, really dark because of that green that's bled over. Okay. Bring that gold back. I'm like trying to plot like 2 steps ahead in my brain. I think I know what I want to do. should be using the bullet end of these markers for these tiny spaces. That's what I should be doing. Bye, Shalene. I'm glad you could stop by. Hope you have a wonderful holiday. Like we're slowly getting there. Wait a minute. That wouldn't have ended well. I don't know why. My colors got all kinds of out of order. Just kind of rolling with it. Da-da. This one kind of got a little bit lost in the green. I don't know if they're better or worse. I mean, they pretty much work like any other water-based marker. I mean, I'm enjoying them. And I kind of like the almost painterly quality that some of the blending is getting because of the way they work together. I know they are definitely more of a budget-friendly marker, which is nice. Color a little. Because I am ridiculously hard on my markers. So having the ability to replace them without giving over my life savings is always wonderful. I mean, I suppose I could learn to be gentler with my markers, but let's be honest. That's probably not gonna happen. So I'm enjoying using these. Okay. What? Putting caps on the markers wrong. I think I could probably move to the browns. Get some browns in there. There are, ooh, how did I miss that? Color in the yellow right there real quick. There are a few spots of green that I need to fill in too. Right there and a little bit right there. Okay, so I have a couple of browns. To choose from. So we got, that's kind of a grayish brown. Got a little red tone in that, which I like. And then that would complement that really, really well. And I think this is gonna be really, let's more of a chocolate brown. And then we've got that light brown. I think I'm gonna lean more towards the red tone. So I'll probably use these three. Shall we see what kind of a mess I can create? This will be fun. So much fun. We got this, guys. We got it. Okay, so I'm gonna slightly protect that Christmas tree because this is going down. Gonna put some of that down. I'm gonna try not to make everything too dark. We'll see how that goes. Is it sold out? Oh goodness. Ah. That makes me a little bit paranoid. It's almost a purpley brown. Oh, that was a deep sigh. Life is rough when you're a dog. Okay, and then just kind of lay that middle color in there. Like I said, I know it looks horrendous right now, but this is gonna work. Just give it a little bit. See if we can get. Come down here with the darks. Slowly blend it all together. Kind of gotta work it a little bit. Ooh. Work it a little bit. Because I'm technically using these for something that they weren't necessarily designed for. We all know how I don't technically follow the rules. It got a little bit darker than I was originally hoping it would be. But those distinct lines were something that I didn't want appearing, so I may have had to overwork it just a touch. So I'm like, I don't even know if you can see the gradient on the stream because it got so dark. Maybe I can make it a little bit nicer on the clock. Yeah, something more like that. I'll come back. The letter color and kind of just, it's easier to work with smaller areas because the ink remains wet longer. But, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Ooh, now for that tree trunk. Yeah, that was one of those things that I was wondering about because I can't necessarily find these markers on the Staedtler website. So I'm like, is it something they're just trying out? Are they like a one-off product? I'm paranoid that it's gonna go the way of the other Staedtler brush tip markers. Which I'm hoping doesn't happen. A little bit of shading. And try and keep this trunk a little lighter. If it'll let me. Oopsie. It's okay. It's okay. We got this. There we go. Well, it's a thing that happened. We'll just look at it that way. It's a thing that happened. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Okay, now I want to do some slate for these stones. I know traditionally they'd probably be like brick color, but I don't want to make it too dark that this whole picture feels really, really dark. So we're gonna try it with the grays. And once again, I'm gonna try and keep it as light as I can. and not get too ridiculously crazy about it. You know? But like I said, I have a tendency to go a bit crazy and overwork. And I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to keep it simple. Something kind of like that. Oops, kind of forgot this section over here, didn't I? The teeny tiny little brick. Stone, whatever you want to call it. Nope, don't want to do that, April. Just want to soften the blend point a little bit. Oh, goodness. Well, this might take me a little bit of time. Slowly but surely. Bound and determined. Slowly get to improve my stone coloring skill. It's like I'm trying to apply light pressure because I'm hoping that'll blend it out a little bit better. I don't know. I might end up pulling it all the way back across. Just because the streakiness is driving me a little bit insane. Ugh. Yep, it is bugging me so much. Hi, Beth. Dear. I think it'll look fine when I step away from it. I might be too close right now. Maybe. I don't know. Just, I've committed already. It's fine. Oh, I've committed. I've committed. So it might look good as a whole. I'm not. No, that's a thing about working with markers like this is because of the way you end up just putting layer on top of layer on top of layer, you never really get a light tone. I mean, unless you bring back some colored pencils or whatnot. And there wasn't necessarily something I was planning on doing in this picture. Not that I'm totally against it, but I also have to remind myself that these color more like a watercolor. So I'm gonna get more of that layered painterly look anyways. Even if that's not traditionally what I'm used to. Whew, it is getting close to lunchtime. Actually, we're almost to my traditional stream time, aren't we? Ooh, yes. I do have that spreadsheet. Thank you guys. I haven't been paying attention to chat. Been so focused on where this stonework is going and, ugh, no.
Brother, and I got you covered.
So thank you, yes. And of course, if anybody notices anything out of date on that spreadsheet, just let me know and I can update it. You have a wonderful day too, Lynn. Thank you for stopping by. And of course, I will get this picture posted when I finish. I've really enjoyed, really enjoyed the new community tab that Facebook, or not Facebook, what platform am I on again? What day of the week is it? What is my name? That YouTube has opened up. So I've been experimenting with that because I know not everybody uses like Instagram or Twitter and whatnot. So I'm gonna try and use that tab to keep you guys informed. And all of that nonsense. And I was gonna post on that tab that I was gonna go earlier today. But by the time I thought about it, it was pretty much midnight my time, and I don't know if that's really much of a heads up. Ow, I just kicked myself. It's okay. Oh, goodness. What, we've been doing this for over 2 hours now? We're getting there, guys. There is an end in sight. What is that dog doing?
He's completely buried himself and he's just snoring.
Chasing something in his dreams.
Yeah. Oh, he's been dreaming a lot. I think it's when I put my arm on his head.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to go back and look at the chat and then see if there's stream times and things I need to add. Yeah, because like I said, I don't always manage to catch when stream times are changed or added. I did stop doing the events tab on that spreadsheet because it was too hard to maintain with the way the monthly events are sometimes in flux. But if that's something you guys really, really liked, I can attempt to try it again. But I'm sorely tempted to just start singing the just keep swimming song in my head. Like I said, usually I stream from 11 Central to about 12:30 Central. So we've just hit my traditional stream time. Which is scary and interesting all at the same time. I think this is the longest stream I have ever done. Because we're almost at 2.5 hours at this point. So once again, I thank you all for sticking with me. I did not mean to accidentally go over the lines there. I'm just a messy colorer. Let's just put it that way. It's just these guys dry so differently than they lay down. I think he's dreaming upstairs. The other dog is starting to talk too. Gotta love the
Well, there's somebody outside.
puppy sounds coming from all directions. I feel like there's a line missing right there. So we're gonna pretend like it exists, even though it doesn't. Haven't quite decided how I'm going to do the guinea pigs yet. See in the window?
Yeah, there's a dog up the street running around.
Oh, he wants to go play with the other puppy. Ooh, 2 more bricks. 2 more bricks. We got this, guys. For you, those of you who do use gel pens, I am impressed. I haven't quite got to a place where I am comfortable with gel pens. Not that I have that many gel pens. I used to have a whole fudge ton of jelly rolls growing up. Part of me is a little bit nostalgic for them. So for those of you who do use gel pens, do you usually straight color with them? Do accents with them? Has anybody really experimented with blending gel pens? 'Cause I think that would be, I mean, I have experimented a little bit with the few gel pens that I have with blending, but you more have to like lay it down, and while it's still wet, just kind of smear it with your fingers. You know, I don't hate the way that turned out. I think it's coming together. Okay, yeah, I need to figure out, I think I'm going to do their little, yeah, see, coloring with gel pens, like an entire picture with gel pens, is intense. That's another one of, I mean, especially if it's like glittery gel pens, it's another one of those ones where you have to kind of protect your hands. I need to go in for the rosy red cheek look. Color in his mouth a little bit. I could probably color that plate gray too. Shouldn't have necessarily put it back yet. I'm thinking, kind of make it a silver plate kind of deal. I really wish there was a gray that was one step lighter than this. Because I would love to add a little bit dimension to the areas I want to keep white. But I don't necessarily have a lighter gray in these Stablers. So that might not happen. Okay, so how shall we color these guinea pigs? I think I want to make this one a gray and white piggy, because I think he would be cute with like a little bit of gray on his face. Maybe one gray ear. Some of that gray up there. A little bit. And then we should make his other ear gray. This is always the interesting part about coloring guinea pigs, is theoretically you can color it any way you want. might add some browns, so it'll be a tri-colored guinea pig. I think that could be cute. But I think okay. I'm gonna try something and I'm gonna see how it works. I'll leave out the mid-tone there. So I'm going to, how do I want to do this? Add it in there. Because there's not necessarily a wrong way to color a guinea pig. At least in my brain there isn't. So I'm just gonna kind of go with it. Kind of looks like he ate some chocolate and it got smeared all over his face. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. And I might just go in and make this paw brown. Then I might make the other one gray. Hey, Joey. I think I put I put the wrong gray on the cap gray. Yeah, this is how far my mental state has come. Just sitting here coloring these. Okay, just he's an interesting looking piggy. Oh, I love it, Janet. Ooh, that would have been horrible. Pay attention, April. Yeah, I've got my two boys upstairs, but they're kind of boring and just pure black. So I think I want to give him a nice gray or brown bum. Second there, I forgot what color this was. Whoops. Yeah, I think I'll make him a brown piggy. I mean, brown spotted piggy. And yes, I know it's really streaky right now, but I'll fix it. It'll be good. It'll be good. The first base is always a little sketchy, right? harder to blend in large areas with these markers. But we got this. Yeah. And then you can come, how do we, I think I want to have him have like just this white patch down the middle of his face. Yeah, it's interesting how different the temperaments of piggies can be. My boys are very food motivated. So if you have food, you are their favorite thing ever. Unfortunately, they don't get a lot of cuddles in this house, mainly because I have a very strong allergy to them and can't really cuddle them without completely breaking out. But they have a ginormous cage. They get all of the hay and veggies they could ever want. They might be slightly overweight, but you know, they're hairless guinea pigs. They need the extra body fat to keep warm. This is what I tell myself. Well, thank you for stopping by, Melody. You have a good night. Yeah, I'm like, so we love our piggies around here. Sadly, though, we probably won't get any more after we say goodbye to the boys. But that shouldn't be for years now, because they're only 1.5, almost 2. Maybe a little over 1.5. I think their birthday's in March, if I remember correctly. Just so stinking cute. It just, I gotta think of a way to give the whites some shadows. Otherwise, it's just gonna drive me nuts. I might have to, oh, no, I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat. I'm gonna darken this floor a little bit. Just because. I'm gonna give it a little bit more of a floor line. Oh, goodness. It's like, yes, I want to, but I don't. I'm trying to think of the best way. Yeah, but the lightest gray I have is the gray I've been using. And I feel like it's gonna be like a hair too dark. But I don't know if there's any going around it. Because if I want to keep with this, I think it's just gonna have to be a really sharp shadow. I'm not a huge fan of it, but oh, I want to color the little nosies black. Look at that. Ah! It's so adorable. Okay, I'm gonna do something really weird, and hopefully it works. If not, I'm about to like utterly ruin this picture. So I'm gonna lay down where I want these shadows. Like I said, I might really regret doing this, but you only live once. And if this is total epic disaster, well then, there's always tomorrow. There is always tomorrow. Thinking, okay, guys, give me 2 seconds. Pretend like there's theme music going on right now. Ooh. Maybe standing up was a bad idea. Been sitting so long that, you know, nature has decided that it needs to remind me that I have bodily functions. Okay, so I have some water. I don't know how this is going to work, what it's going to do, but we're gonna see if we can make this feather. That's not technically cheating, right? Ooh, look at that. You guys don't know how excited I am right now. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oops. Brought a little brown in there. That's okay. Santa just ate a little bit of chocolate and got stuck in his beard. Look at that. Ah, sometimes I love water-based markers. Look at that. Oh yeah, I have threatened to make clothes for the guinea pigs, and I know there are a lot of guinea pigs, hairless guinea pigs, especially on Instagram, who tend to model clothes. Yes, I want to make sure I don't accidentally pull the other colors. Look at that. Oop, see, like that. Gotta be careful. Since they're all water-based, then you can technically make a mess of any of the colors. A little bit. Oh, I'm so excited right now. You guys don't even know. Don't even know. I mean, it's making it really, really subtle. Yeah. I'm so glad this is working right now. And I might do that with the floor too and bring that black down a little bit. That. Okay, we got the clock too. Oops. Pulling some red from that clock. Ah, that is just beautiful. Clean up the edges a little bit. Oh, it's so exciting. I should probably like settle down a little bit, but you have no idea how exciting all of this is for me right now. Okay, I need a bigger brush. Bigger brush, bigger brush, bigger brush. Whoop, as the water slowly, huh? Kind of looks like the floor is bleeding. Oh, that's the wrong side of the paintbrush. Kind of like bring it down a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. At this point, I'm just playing. Because the real question is, how am I going to do that around this plate? Oh, good grief. Because I don't want to lose the plate. Just experimenting. I don't know if I just ruined it by trying to play with the floor. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Oops. No, no, no. And then there's green on my finger. Seriously, water. Don't roll off the table. There are days when I think to myself that it wasn't the smart idea to get a slanted table. Absolutely everything rolls off of it like you would not believe. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. What is life without a little bit of misadventure every now and then, right? Okay. I don't know if I'm going to like the... Oh, dang it. Wrong side of the pen. Like the floor. But at this point, we've committed. Completely clean off my brush a little bit. Maybe pull some of this water edges out a little bit. It's got crisp lines that are driving me nuts. Look at that. Look at that. Oh no! No! Making it worse! Making it worse! Nobody panic! Nobody panic! Everybody panic. Everybody panic. Hi, baby boy. Did you decide that we were cool enough to hang out with? I think it kind of fixed it. I can still see a tinge of red, but that's okay. What are you doing, puppy dog? How to make mess of your coloring page. Hey,
Okay.
none of that.
You're okay. Hey. Get out this way.
Oop. My really cheap paintbrushes are starting to lose bristles. Oh, brothers. How they love each other and hate each other.
Hey.
Move him for a little while. Whoop. Brotherly love. There we go. Pull some of that. Kind of faded a little bit. I'm just making a mess. Yeah. We're almost here, baby boys. I mean, was that a sentence I wanted to say? We're almost done here, baby boys. We're almost here. Yes, we're traveled such a long way, and now we're almost home. Even though we never left home.
Shay's asking if you can scoot the page up a bit.
Oh, I'm off. Oh, I apologize. Sorry, guys. I get a little too excited. I don't know if I like it, but it's a thing that's happening right now. Sorry, I kind of just like spaced out there a little bit because I want to call it done, but I don't know if I want to call it done. Let's see if I can get it fully on screen for you. I think I'm gonna have to raise it up a little bit. Floor is a little bit of a mess, but I don't know what to do with it right now. It's just, it's kind of there. I'm a little, yeah. It's like I'm trying to get, I don't quite know how to get, probably. The problem is getting that color there without pulling the browns. Watch as we go from too much color, or no color, to too much color. Oops. It's a weird mismatch. I mean, I don't hate it. Maybe part of me is like, just stop fiddling, April. Leave it as it is. I know. Ugh. I have. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see this on stream. Just being a weirdo. Adding some glitter. Kind of streaking out, you know, because why not? I mean, we've gone crazy places with this picture already. Why not get a little crazier? I can bring a teeny tiny little Posca out. That's not the Posca I wanted. Where are you? There we go. Add some highlights to various different things, just to give it a little bit of depth. It's like I keep losing my sentence in the middle because I start thinking about something. Here. Let's see. Can't necessarily see it on the stars because yellow, but I had some anyways. And add some to the bulbs as well. Ooh, hands are shaky. Oh, I got these little stars too. Don't want to forget them. That would be sad. Extend that one a little bit. And I think, oh, I was probably we're gonna do, well, I'm wondering, no, we're just gonna, try one more coat. Get rid of the splotchiness. See if I can kind of feather it out so it doesn't feel quite so obvious that I'm trying to color correct that little spot over there. That was almost bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop fiddling. I'm gonna call it here before I make too much of a mess, because I'm content with where it's sitting right now. Yeah. So, like I said, there are certain spots that are driving me crazy, but I know if I continue to like putz around with it, I'm just gonna make more of a mess and I'm gonna dislike it even more. So I'm calling it. Thank you guys for hanging out for this extremely long stream. It was a great joy to sit here and talk with you guys and figure all of this out. And I hope all of you have a wonderful Christmas, happy holidays, and a good New Year's. And I hope to see you back next week at 11 Central. We'll probably go back to our normal time. And I heart you beautiful faces. Bye.